MP, Yusuf Khan. Do you want to raise your hand? Because people were just looking, where's that person? Yeah. We also have Adefunke Agbekwe, is that correct? From Middlesbrough. She's one of the strong women now. Hopefully, she will work along with our leader of the council. She's going to be shadowing our responsibility, our duty, and one day we want you to be the leader of the council. Hopefully. The next thing I would like to hand over back to the chair Croydon, because like we've mentioned earlier, we need more people to come on board. If one person join the team, you definitely will get 15 people each from your network, and through that we begin to have our voice. And also permit me to recognize one of the Labour members from Middlesbrough, Sahid Ahmed, is one of the founder of Teesside Stand Up Against Racism. Yeah, Sahid. We've got some people that indicated interest, and I'll have to hand over back to Joyce. Reid.
Thank you very much. Well, before I go into that, I want to say thank you all for having me here. And believe in you, and believe it, I really enjoy the meal. So please give a round of applause to the crew. I think that's fantastic. Absolutely wonderful. So when I go back to Croydon, I will share the news about, so they might come all the way up here to have some of your jollof rice. Thank you. Well, and it's so lovely to see so many of you now as we go along. And this is the start of something very special and something we know that is going to grow. You establishing the Tees Valley Labour BAME Forum. I talked earlier and I mention how important it is for us to have people be so willing to take on position as officers in whatever capacity, and that we are here and very willing to explain, to show, to teach you the way forward when you take on this position and you're uncertain. So don't think that you take on the position and you're on your own. Some of us are far away, like myself and Sonny, but you give us a call and you call me anytime, and I'll never say I'm not willing. I am more than so willing. If I make this journey, I can tell you I'm there to answer a phone call at any miles away. We have all the different mediums, the different ways of accessing and reaching out, and we are so ready to help and to signpost you, etc. So now that you have elected, you have some of your offices vacancy. They're trying to build an executive member list, and we have a few people who have volunteered so far to take on positions. And to those people, I say a very big thank you. We still have some positions vacant. We're going to ask that they try to get them filled this afternoon, and that's my position in trying to help you all to get this filled. I'm going to talk about, we have a chairperson, and so far we have Councillor Mohammed Javed, which is right here with us. He is the chairperson, the vice chair of membership. We have somebody who have expressed an interest. Is that Salim? Is there Salim in this room? Right, we thank you very much. Please give a round of applause to the... Thank you. Right, because we show that we really appreciate when they volunteer to take on the different roles. So thank you very much again. In terms, Secretary, you have Mr. Aftab Ali. Can you let yourself be known? And another round of applause. Thank you. Because I told you all I don't like cold room when it's physically cold and then everything else is cold. So we had warm food and now I need to hear these applause. Thank you. Now, Assistant Secretary, that position is vacant. If there's anybody who is willing to stand forward and put themselves forward, you have a secretary already. That's great. Very good. Now you need an assistant secretary. The assistant secretary will fill in when the secretary is not available and will assist as needed. That is not hard. So can I have an indication of somebody who is willing to be the assistant secretary working with Aftab Ali, who is sitting here? Absolutely wonderful. Can we have the name, please, of that person? Can a secretary, can you please make note? I have a pen here. Can I send that down? Okay. Oh, good. So that's a position for assistant secretary. You're taking the name of that person. So please give a round of applause again. Okay, good. Right. Thank you. Well done. Well done. And you know, if nobody didn't put themselves forward, I'll stay up here and talk and pray until somebody come forward. Thank you. And the position for treasurer, we have Mr. Olalakan, I can't pronounce that, Ode. That person for treasurer, can you let yourself be known, please? Treasurer, please give your treasurer a round of applause. Thank you very much. We thank you. Thank you. And remember, our treasurer has been our host and has been doing so fantastic. Yeah. We thank you so much. You've been a wonderful host. Again, a round of applause for everything else. Great. Thank you. We thank you. We appreciate. So we have the position next for woman officer. That was vacant, but it has now been filled by Elaine Brady. Elaine, please let yourself be known. Woo! Thank you. And you know what? Lift up that applause even stronger. Please give a round of applause. Yay! Yes. Thank you very much again, Elaine. We're down to the position of fundraising officer. That was vacant. But after everybody heard what's going on this morning, people have put themselves forward. Can I have the show of hand? Is it Manul Islam? Can you show fundraising officer? Are you here? Yep. Can you stand up so everybody can see you? Now give him another round of applause. Thank you very much. That is teamwork. That's how we do it. And as Labour supporters, Labour members, and those who are not Labour members yet, when you leave this room, you go home and you sign up to be a member of the Labour Party. And you see, that's how we put in action when we are mobilizing and working together to make great things happen for the Labour movement. Right, so we have that fundraising officer, Phil. Thank you again. And we have policy officer. Somebody has now put themselves forward. We have James Aguido. Can you let yourself be known? James, thank you. Lift it up. Great, great. Very good. There we go. Trade union officer, that position is still vacant. Is there anybody in this room who's willing to put themselves forward for trade union officer? Any vacant that is vacancy not filled, we will try to fill it after, but I am going to fill them right in this room. Is there something? Brilliant. Please give a round of applause. Right. So we applaud you for putting yourself forward. Now we need to hear your name, please. Joseph Khan. So good is making note of that. Thank you very much. Joseph, can you tell me something about you that we do not know? Some of us don't know.
I don't keep secrets.
So have you run for a position? Have you done anything?
Yes, I'm a union member already, right? And I'm from Unite, and I'm going to represent Unite in Hartlepool very soon as a delegate. So this is why I just raised my hand.
Absolutely, absolutely. So you are on the right track, and you stood as a candidate in the last election?
Yes, twice.
So I sat to an election. So
twice.
Right. So you've seen this is the person you go to vote. You make sure you cornered. You get your neighbors. If they're Tories, just tell them that. Get them out to go and vote for it. Yes, he'll make an excellent candidate. Yes. So we're so happy. Thank you very much. Right. Okay. So we filled there again. Policy officer, a trade union filled. So far we're all filled. Right. Now I'm looking for somebody for the position of political education officer. And we have somebody, please stand up and let your name be known first. Shanine, we are so pleased to have you, and please give a round of applause to Shanine. Shanine, can we take your last name as well? And you'll give the spelling. Can you spell? Very good. Thank you very much. I don't know. Sorry, I like to ask people to spell because I was a spelling bee champion at a very, very high level. So I'm still do this. Political, Political, and I'm like that. So thank you very much. Thank you. And now we're going to go to communication officer. We have somebody that have put themselves forward. Is that Adefunis? Are you here? Can that person for communication officer please stand up? Thank you very much. And remain standing for me. Can you tell me something about you that we don't even know? I've never met you before. So whether it's be the job that you do, something, but tell me, or something you do in the community, just share something for 40 seconds. And less.
Yeah, I think I can communicate very well, and I think I should be able to help in communicating and sorting things out in terms of communication.
Very good. We're very pleased. And your area of work is, I want you to share that because we're networking as well.
I'm an accountant by qualification.
Right. So there we are. We have an accountant in the room, more than one as well. So thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah. We have an accountant here, we have an accountant, and we have another accountant in the room. Can you let yourself be known? Stand up and tell us your name.
My name is Noreen Yusuf Khan, and I'm a qualified accountant working as a self-employed from my home and representing Hartlepool as a labor.
Very good. Very good. Right. So you see what networking does? I was going around the room and talking to people. So I knew that an accountant was there, and I knew another accountant was there. And that's how I know. And there are other things I know because I listen and share and have time with you all. Thank you so much. So that's filled. Now we are down to social media officer. The position is vacant if there is somebody in this room. So that is for social media officer. Some of you love this social media thing. We have somebody here? Brilliant. Good. Thank you. I draw this room back to attention, please. I draw this room back. Attention. Attention, please. Thank you so much. Okay, so the position for the social media officer, which was vacant, has now been filled. Can you stand and tell us your name, please?
My name is Saeed Ahmed, and I'm a representative for Tees Valley Against Racism, Islamophobia and Fascism.
Yes.
And the group has been active for about 4 years.
Good.
And we're doing a lot of demonstrations in Newcastle, Middlesbrough, and London as well. The last one.
Great.
Apart from now, I'm a local businessman in Middlesbrough and Stockton, around Tees Valley area. And I've done a lot of, I'm very experienced in social media. I've been active for about 10 years or so with my business, which is roadway vehicle solutions, selling cars.
Yes.
And, I was hiring cars as well. And I think going to go back to that, doing that as well again. So basically I'm a local businessman and I've got a lot of experience in social media.
That is
I
very
can be
good.
able to manage that.
Great. We are so pleased. Please give a round of applause. I am going to ask you, I love the yes, I want to keep you talking for another few seconds. Can you tell me your last holiday destination or your favorite destination, holiday destination? What is it?
Kashmir.
Kashmir. Have you heard that? So if you're going to purchase a ticket for him,
It's heaven on earth.
there you go.
Heaven on earth.
Have you heard? Heaven and earth. So thank you very much. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Are you a member of the Labour Party also? Sorry.
You are. Right. And the position, and we want to know, the position being filled should be filled by members of the Labour Party. If you're not a member of the Labour Party, run quick, and get yourself signed up. It's a great movement. So guess what has happened now? All the positions we have here, chairperson, vice chair membership, secretary, assistant secretary, treasurer, women officer, fundraising officer, policy officer, trade union officer, political education officer, communication officer, social media officer, they have been filled. Now you all deserve a round of applause. Can I have all those who have been elected to position of officers, can you stand for me, please? Once more. That is so fantastic. Give it up. Give it up to them. We are so pleased. So when you network, let yourself be known and you work together to let great things happen right here and across further field.
Very strong now. I feel really comfortable. We used to
It's-
struggle to getting network.
Do you see what? From not so, do you know, zero start and there you are suddenly going. We know that will happen and bigger, greater things are going to happen. So thanks to you all. Please take your seat. Thank you.
Thank you.
And right, so that is my position on that list. And after that, let you be. Right. So, and we do know we have some children also in this room, and I love children dearly. If any of you heard during the conference we had in Liverpool, I spoke on education debate, and I was on ITV, BBC. I didn't even realize I was. I was just called, and I went up there, and I just delivered. So if I was your Minister of Education, you know, I would fire it up and make great things happen. I spoke about the need for us to do more for our children, our young people, and to let the future be greater for them. And it's a responsibility for us as adults to make and to pave and to make the way better for our children and young people. I want them to be optimistic, but I also know that it depends on us to make that preparation, to do something very special for them. And I told them I want no child left behind, with a special emphasis and care for the children that has special educational needs and additional needs. Sometimes they're being expelled from school, put out where you putting them to. And so those children sometimes go to PRU, different places, and find themselves in the wrong end, the company, get engaged in all the things that are not so positive. And so for me, I spoke. I had 3 minutes to talk, but they couldn't get me to quiet. But do you know what? After I've seen so many people throughout Liverpool, and I think at least 400 people have come to me and said, that was just amazing. They never heard anything like this before. I just went up there, but everybody went up there with some paper and they prepared for many weeks in advance. I didn't. I just said, wait, hands are going up. I'm putting mine up as well. And I didn't expect, and somehow there you go. And people thought, did you know? I didn't. I spoke about something that I'm very passionate about. I'm very concerned about the future of our young people. We can't have our children just going to university and they coming home mentally ill, not sure where they're going to get jobs and everything like that. We need to have a hope. We need to have a future. This country must be a great place for our youngsters. And because I care so much about children and about young people, I moved into the area of youth work, became a social worker, and so wherever I step, I make sure leave that mark. So guess what? He did not invite me up here to speak and give you all a speech. He told me to help with the executive officers. So I'm now going to have to close my mouth. So guess what? And it's very hard to close. I just say to you all, be the best you can. Encourage somebody on your way up, and just love and care everyone, irrespective of their background, their race, their sexuality. We are one people working together for the same. We want Jeremy Corbyn elected. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you. I mean, I couldn't beat that. I mean, I just want to quickly add, though, on observation, I noticed only about 3 or 4 women were elected on that list, if I'm not making a mistake. And I just want to appeal to us men. Please, we need to carry our women along with us. It's extremely, extremely important. Even within the Labour Party, as you know, it's 50-50. They encourage 50-50. Personally, I'm against setting a quota saying it must be this. We need to do more to encourage people. It's better it comes naturally than forcing it. If we see where barriers are preventing people, especially even from the ethnic minority as well, preventing people from coming out, why don't we have what's preventing ethnic minority from coming out to be part of it? Is there any barriers? What can we do rather than setting a quota? And the same thing with women one. However, I noticed out of about 12 on the list, it's only about 3. That's not good enough. So I'm appealing to our men here, please encourage your partners, your wife, if you're married, whatever relationship, your daughter, if it's old enough, please encourage them to be part of it. We can't do it alone. We have to work together. The efforts of men and women, just imagine if we harness that together, what we can achieve together. So I'm appealing to us, men, please, let's do more. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much. While the election was going on, we had another attendees that joined us. Is one of the greatest man He has stood, he has fought, he has struggled, and his feet is on the ground now. In the record, hopefully, in May 2019, we are going to have the first black man to be elected as Labour Councillor. He has been selected, and his name is Mr. John Kabuye. He's around here. His wife just put to bed, and he has been doing some home support all through. So that is why a bit came late. Do you want to have something to say? Want to come forward?
Thank you very much. Well, I didn't plan this, but yeah, as a politician, we should be always ready, prepared. I'm very happy that I've had a chance at this to be selected, to stand, and I know the word we've picked. I think it's one of the best one. We stand good chance of winning it, and as Ola rightly said, it hasn't been easy, but we had to work together as a group to make sure we achieve what we set out to do. And launching this is another stepson to what we will achieve together. And I share your opinion of encouraging women. We do need to encourage many women to join us. And actually, I've got a wife, and yesterday or the other day, I talked to her and said, "Come on, would you mind joining?" And she said, "Will you allow me to do it?" I said, "Oh, of course. We are in England. We don't in that. Yeah, we need you to be part of that. No permissions. You just come on." And I'm sure all as well. I need to see Mrs. around here. Okay. So yes, we need to encourage our wives, our sisters, to be part of this. It's really, really very good that different demographics are represented, and if we don't speak for ourselves, probably nobody will. Yes, Councillor Sue can speak for us, but I think we need to join her to speak for ourselves. I think it makes more sense, and it gives more credit and more strength to what she would be saying for us if we continue, if we join her to say what to ask for what is rightly us. So please, thank you very much. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
If you stolen Black Labour's slogan.
Yes, exactly.
Looking for ourselves.
Okay, thank you very much. I think we've achieved a lot today, because when Barbara, when she shared the AGM last time, we struggled to have the 4 people elected. But today, we really did well, and that is why we don't want to limit ourselves to north. We need to work along with people from down south, from London, you know. While we build network, we're going to learn a lot from them. And I think in a matter of time, we will get there. We are getting there. We will get there soon. So, for us to get there, there are some issues that we need to discuss at the grassroots level. Because, like somebody like Sue Jeffrey, she has fight the fight, and for her to get there, she needs to learn or hear or, know about what are the challenges at the grassroots level. Because a lot of Black Asian minority people, what I heard from them, can I join Labour Party? Can I join political party? They will tell you, my work does not permit. Oh, I'm working. Oh, I'm a staff somewhere. But when I interact with people, even from higher institution, from organization, that they are white collars, they join, they are happy. They know it's a legal right. But it seems people from the Black Asian minority see it as like, oh, it's an offense. It's a criminal offense if you join while you are working. I think we need to start understanding that, educating people, and I believe our political education officer is going to do more in that area and encourage our people. So with that now, we are going to have, we've achieved by electing our officers. But how do we go forward if we don't identify challenges, the problems, and from this vast knowledge of people, experts here, they'll be able to enlighten us on how to go about that. So that will lead us to the grassroots community members discussion.